Hi there, I'm Doug, and I just wanted to introduce you to a project that I've been working on in the last few weeks. I've wanted to see the increase in global temperature and the severity and abnormalities of what's happening on a month-by-month basis. And to do this, I was able to look at the HUDCRAT4 data, which is freely available. I took this and plotted it on a rectangular view of the Earth, was able to then to fill in the missing parts of the data with what data would be kind of expected and make sense for that month, and this got a continuous flow of frame. And then also these were monthly data slots, and so I had to smooth the transition from one month to another to create a kind of liquid flow. And I then wanted to portray this on the map, and so of course I used bright red for extreme hot and deep blue for the coldness, and along with this I kept the lack of change, I kept that as being transparent to try and make it, and that way you can see the Earth and where it is in the location, as well as really bring out the difference of extremities, because of course we do have these extreme colds and we have these extreme hot points, and so it's really important to see what happens. What we can see over time is that there's a steady rise of average temperature, but we do also notice that the extremities increase quite dramatically. And as we shift through time into the 19th century, we can see that there's this steady increase. Originally in the 18th century, a lot of the data that we have was from ship records and docks and ports, and so the trading routes were particularly well known, and yet areas that were hard to get to or had no weather stations, so these were left void. So to make this continuous flow, I had to fill in all the data and stretch it apart. I also wanted to colour in and add a slight sort of contouring effect to the heat map, so it looks like a undulating hills and valley scene, and so use shadow there to really bring out the highlights of the change. What we notice as time goes on, that in the 1950s, that there was a dramatic rise in the global temperature during the war years. And then this reduces down again a little bit until we start getting closer and closer to the 21st century. And as we do so, we can start seeing the situation that we're entering now. Well, one of the things I'd like to add to this project is the ice cap melting data. So we can see the ice flow, and we have records from the 1970s that show the changes in the ice caps, and so I'll be able to superimpose that on soon. What we can see is that as the years progress, particularly in the last 30 years, that there is more increase in the global temperature and more extremity, and we can see that the map, if we go back 100 years, that we can see that there was a lot of blue, a lot of transparent space, and it gets quite clear that this is filling in. It's the weather changes is more dramatic and more extreme, and certainly more hot spots going on. Of course there are cold spots that go on, and in some areas it may appear that this averages, but when we look at the globe as a whole, there's a steady rise going on. And this becomes even more so in the last 20 years, which we're at now, and this is concerning. Anyway, so that was the reason I wanted to do this plot. I hope you found this interesting and useful. Thank you.